Now, all pending cases in courts across the country will be suspended this coming Wednesday. All judges and magistrates from the 47 counties are expected to assemble in Nairobi for a special meeting to deliberate on the president's decision to suspend 6 members of the Judicial Service Commission. And as KTN's Asha Mwilu reports, President Uhuru Kenyatta may have opened a new can of worms with his decision on the JSC.
The doors of the Supreme Court remained closed for business, but inside, a high-level meeting was ongoing. The remaining members of the Judicial Service Commission held a closed-door meeting that stretched on for more than 2 hours. Sources say the suspension of 6 of its members by President Uhuru Kenyatta was top on the agenda. Even though the 6 have remained tight-lipped, the rest of the judiciary is hinting at a possible stalemate over the matter.
We have called a meeting for the judicial officers, that is all the judges and the magistrates and the cases, to come to Nairobi so that they can take a position with respect to what has transpired for the 6 commissioners that have been put on suspension, and a tribunal has been formed to probe their conduct.
That means that any Kenyan who has a case on Wednesday should not prepare to go to court?
That could be the position, because it's a general meeting. A general meeting is a meeting of all the judicial officers.
If they resolved that unless the attack on the judiciary stops, they are downing their tools, what is that consequence for the country?
The president acted on the provisions of Article 251(4) of the Constitution, which grant him powers to suspend members of a commission after receiving a complaints petition from the National Assembly. The president is thereafter mandated to appoint a tribunal to investigate the conduct of the suspended commissioners. And that is where the Pandora's box was opened.
If we look at the composition of the members of this tribunal, there is no doubt in our mind that there is no impartiality and there is no independence in that tribunal. It looks like these are members of the tribunal who will definitely advance partisan interests.
And we will not stand by and watch the judiciary being bastardized, the judiciary being raped, the judiciary being belittled, and the judiciary being messed up.
No institution is above the law. And when it comes to matters which are of a judicial nature or a dispute, which is before a court of law, whether you disagree with it or not, your first duty is to obey the court order.
He's taking us in those years, in 1960s, when one president could stand and say, I want so-and-so to be detained, and that happens.
The Judicial Service Commission is reportedly planning to file a court order seeking to block the Ringira Tribunal from investigating the 6 commissioners. Legal experts are now worried that the executive could in turn gang up with Parliament to frustrate the judiciary. As the circus continues, the ordinary Kenyan finds himself once again on the receiving end. Asha Mwilu, KTN, Nairobi.